in Niger, in Gambia, in Cameroon, in Chad, in Sudan, in Ghana, and as far as Central Africa. The Hausa language has its origins in the 𝗬𝗂𝗪𝗃 legends, which ascribe the establishment of the kingdom to the sons and grandsons of a great prince called 𝗬𝗪𝗃. He is said to have a language spread from northern Nigeria to as far as Central Africa and the entire Sahel Savannah region. It spread far and wide because it was the language of trade. The Hausa traders were the main drivers of the trans-Saharan trade. They exchanged goods from the north, such as perfumes, textiles, books, and other items, in exchange for goods from the forest and the savannah, such as kola nuts, salt, ivory, and gold. This travel by the Hausa traders in search of opportunities spread the Hausa people far and wide. Hausa has been successful as a language also because it has an advanced writing system. It was one of the first West African languages to have a writing system, to be able to be written. And initially it was written in the Arabic script, but today it is written mainly in the Latin script. The Hausa language has been one of the longest spoken. Some of these early traders settled first in Salaga. And for those of you who know Salaga, it is a Gonja area. The traditional seat of Gonja authority is in 𝗬𝗵𝐵. But the traders settled in Salaga. And eventually Salaga has become bigger than 𝗬𝗵𝐵 and is better known than 𝗬𝗵𝐵. But that was one of the first major settlements. From there, the traders spread out across Ghana. And some of them settled in the southern part. Salaga is in the Savannah region of Ghana, and the settlement of the Hausa people there established the town as a major trading center on the trans-Saharan route. Of course, these Hausa traders came along with their religion, which is the Islamic religion, and along with the traders came the Islamic ulama and the imams. Many of these traders and imams spread out into other parts of the forest area in the south. And because of their distinct religion, they always the outskirts of the communities where they settled in. By settling outside the indigenous village or town, they were able to freely practice their religion, their culture and traditions, and carry out their profession, which was trading. These Hausa settlements are what we currently refer today as zongos. The actual pronunciation of zongo is zango, not zongo. And if you do your research, zango is a Hausa word referring to a place where traveling caravans camped outside a city or a town. And so those who used to trade, they used to go with camels and donkeys and horses. And so when they brought their items, where they camped in order to carry out their trade, they call it a zango. That is a resting place where they could stay and exchange their goods. When the merchants came with their camels, horses, and donkeys, they camped outside the town. And gradually, these Hausa communities became what we know as zongo today, but the actual pronunciation is zango. Since the entry of the Hausa traders and the imams from northern Nigeria into Ghana, the language has taken root and continued to expand, with almost every zongo now speaking the Hausa language. Indeed, it is common to even see many people who are non-Muslims or part of our country but can speak fluent Hausa. This is a testament to how attractive and inclusive the character of the Hausa language has been. Hausa is taught in several universities across the world. It is also a language for programming on many international television and radio stations like the BBC, the VOA, and several others. My brothers and sisters, the people of Hausa descent have contributed significantly to the cause of our dear nation, right from the processes leading to the. Though the northern soldiers were not only limited to persons of Hausa descent, Hausas played an immeasurable role and support for the struggle for independence. Take note of this. Hausas played a very important role in the fight for independence. The early security services, one of which was the Gold Coast Constabulary, had a lot of Hausa officers, and the language of the Constabulary, the Gold Coast Constabulary, was Hausa. Remember that most of the RSMs and Sergeant Majors were Hausa officers, and they spoke mostly, even if they were not Hausa, they had to learn and speak in Hausa. The commands were in Hausa. And so if you remember, when they were marching, they had this song, Yaiwawa, Yaiwawa, Sergeant Major Yaiwawa, 𝗂𝘃𝗃 Yaiwawa, Yaiwawa. You know, so our military and security services have a Hausa tradition right from Gold Coast time, before Ghana was born. Take note of that. I said before Ghana was born as a nation. Their contribution to Ghana's independence struggle was based on their conviction for the emancipation of the African continent, liberation of the African continent from colonial rule. Among many, the history of brave Hausa soldiers, such as native officer Muhammadu Dambordum and native officer Hari Zanua, both of whom died in the line of duty at Sampa in 1900. These were Hausa soldiers who died in 1900 in Sampa. And at Timber Market, Hausan Gomli in 1920, respectively, is sufficient evidence of the collaborative effort of all the tribes in Ghana for the attainment of independence. It is again significant to note that when one takes a visit to the monument in Kumasi near 𝗂𝘅𝗃𝗀𝗃, if you go to Kumasi, go near former 𝗂𝘅𝗃𝗀𝗃. There is a monument, and one will see a list of Ghanaian soldiers who fought in the First World War, that is, between 1914 and 1918. Remember that Ghana was born in 1957, so this is 1914 to 1918. Among those whose names are there on that monument, most of these people were either Hausas, Moshis, Besas, Grushis, Yorubas, etc. Mention can be made of a few of such as Private Abdul Hausa. Another one was called Garba Kano. There was Imoro Fulani, Haruna Zabarma, Amadu Moshi, Salifu Kotokoli, Mamadou Busanga, and Israel Yoruba. These are people who laid down their lives in Gold Coast time, before Ghana was born, to say, ladies and gentlemen, again, one is conspicuously greeted with the inscription, 𝗂𝘅𝗃𝗃. When one visits the Ghana Armed Forces Southern Command, you will see the inscription right at the gate of the entrance, 𝗂𝘅𝗃𝗃. 𝗬𝘅𝗰𝗋𝗃 is an inscription in Hausa which means always prepared. It means they are always ready for battle anytime. This unambiguously goes to underscore the monumental contribution of soldiers of Hausa descent from the Zongo and northern tribes in our struggle for the independence of Ghana. I believe we can all at least agree that a country that does not take time to understand its own history always finds it difficult at deepening cultural diversity and social inclusion. As a social democrat, I find it disturbing when governments and institutions of state treat persons of different cultural and language backgrounds differently and in a discriminatory manner. One's language and background shouldn't be the measure of his access to opportunity, public goods, or services in any nation. I do not think it serves our collective conscience right as a people for persons of Zongo ethnicity, including Hausas, to face challenges including open discrimination when they try to register for their voters' ID card, national health insurance card, passport, or the Ghana card. And this is what our Queen Mother was talking about. My brothers and sisters, tribe or ethnicity is not the defining criteria of citizenship. We're a nation that is united and great as a result of our diversity. Indeed, if we look at our 1992 Constitution, it states explicitly clear on the matter of citizenship, that is Article 6(1). It says, every person who on the coming into force of this Constitution is a citizen of Ghana by the law shall continue to be a citizen of Ghana. So it means that the 1992 Constitution did not disenfranchise any Ghanaian of his citizenship. Once we were Ghanaians before the 1992 Constitution, we remain Ghanaians even at present. A person born in or outside Ghana after the coming into force of this Constitution shall become a citizen at the date of his birth if either his parents or grandparents was a citizen of Ghana. So even those of us sitting here, if our children are born anywhere outside, on the date of their birth, as long as their parents were Ghanaians, their grandparents were Ghanaians, they also are Ghanaians. And so, with what I've read, clearly, we understand that the determination of one's citizenship from the Ghana Constitution goes far beyond one's tribe or the language one speaks. At independence in 1957, if my memory serves me right, there was a similar declaration and legislation that granted citizenship to all persons who resided within the boundaries of the new nation Ghana at the time it was formed at 12 midnight on 6th March 1957. And on that day, midnight 1957, 6th March, there were Guans, there were Hausas, there were Zabramas, there were Yorubas, there were Kotokolis, Konkombes, Dagombes, Dagaris, Wales, Akans, Gadanwes, Ewes, Frafres, Sisales, even Asians, Lebanese, Indians, and Syrians living within the boundary of Ghana at the time that independence was declared. And so it meant that all these people, all our grandparents and our parents who were here in Ghana, whether you are Hausa, Kukumba, Gonja, you are Ashanti, you are Fanti, all our grandparents who were here at the time independence was declared were considered Ghanaians. And so we as their grandchildren and their children are also Ghanaians. All of us have been a part of the transition from the Gold Coast to the new nation called Ghana. And so it does not help when we are involved in a national exercise and when you say you come from Zongo, or your name is a Hausa name, then you are told that you are questioned about your citizenship, whether you are Ghanaian. Yes, you are Ghanaian. If you like, when they ask you, just say you are from Salaga. Salaga is the original home of all of us houses. It's from there we spread across the rest of the country. As we celebrate this day, we must all strive for unity of purpose and coexistence. Whatever our ethnic origin, we are all first and foremost Ghanaians. We are all one people with a common destiny. When we travel abroad, we don't travel with an Ashanti passport, or a Dagomba passport, or a Hausa passport. We all travel with a Ghana passport. We must endeavor to work together to resolve all prevailing conflicts amongst our people. Our traditional rulers and our chiefs have a major role to play in this endeavor. They have been our historical, traditional, and cultural compass, and in many instances have served as the glue that holds us together. It is important we support them to promote unity and facilitate development in our communities and Ghana as a whole. For the development of our dear nation is a shared responsibility. Again, it is progressive to note that most of the radio and TV stations in Ghana today have programs that communicate in Hausa language to reach their ever-growing audience in the zongos. The likes of Marhaba FM, Zuriya FM, Alpha Radio, Aske Radio, Gaskiya TV, Baina TV, among many others, are doing very well to educate and inform our Zongo communities using the Hausa language. They deserve clearly the call for solidarity and support to each other is most crucial. Ghana's challenge for the first time is a twin challenge, both democratic and economic. Our democratic architecture is in danger of unraveling. Our economy is in the worst shape ever in our recent history. We need to stand together as one people and one nation to overcome the dire challenges that currently confront us. But we can only achieve this if our leaders are open and transparent and do justice to all manner of persons. As president, I strive to do just that. I saw all our citizens as Ghanaians. I did not discriminate in the provision of infrastructure, public goods and services to any part of this country. And so as I bring my address to a close, I would like to call on all our traditional leaders, our political leaders, our opinion leaders, imams, and every one of us gathered here today to engage each other with decorum and without prejudice to one's tribe or language. In doing so, I urge us to bear in mind the theme for this occasion, Hausa as an indispensable tool for Ghana's development. A reminder how far we can go as a nation when we eschew stereotypical prejudices and ethnic biases and work towards realizing our collective and shared vision for a prosperous Ghana. I want to especially thank you very much for the support that the Hausa people have continued to give to the cause of our nation building. Jama kamunde nzauna konseni gonjawa da Hausawa akwai wasa tsakanin kebu saboda Hausawa suka zo first community da suka zo suka zauna shine Salaga Islam saboda akwai gonjawa na da imamai suna da Muslims da ake kira Sakwari don shi akwai wani firan da zai maku ko abokanin wasan mu kar tashin hankali ya zo cikin wega wani imam ya fito Nigeria ya zo Hausa sai an ce buban imam ya zo don shi imam gunjan wanda ke duba masallacin sai ce an ce wani babban imam ya zo to shi dai na ba shi hanya shi ya yi sallah sai aka cira imam bahaushe wato zo ka ci gaba mu yi sallah wallahi sai ya yi sallah ga kowa ya ji daɗi kana kokari mun ji daɗi sallanka wai ai tun sa ma bayin albala ba tukuna wallahi wai da na yi alwala wallahi da kun ji daɗin sallah aka kama buga wanga ba tashi hankali na gode kare
we can do better. Lala Adama, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. When did happen, ba? His Excellency John Dramani Mahama kenan, former President, Kunji keynote address Mungode Matuka.
Alright, so that was a keynote address by His Excellency former President John Dramani Mahama. But your knowledge about the history of Ghana is impressive. Your Excellency, your knowledge about the history of Ghana is so impressive. But what can be said of a man who has seen it all, through the rank, from being an MP to being a Minister of State, Vice President, President and everything? We say thank you very much for your presence and for all the messages. Right, so the other dignitaries here present we'd like to acknowledge. We have Magaji Adarawa. We welcome you, Magaji Fulanawa, Magaji Wangarawa, 𝗬𝗂𝗃𝗀 Adarawa, 𝗬𝗂𝗃 zongo na Ashaman, Magaji Hausawa, na Greater Accra. We already acknowledge as well the 𝗬𝗂𝗃𝗀𝗃 Musa Yahya Yando, the 𝗬𝗂𝗃 zongo na 𝗘𝗃𝗃𝗀 Alhaji Ibrahim Bonso. Sarauta.
No, not in zongo because wasu na da wani abun da za su gana sun zo mana da wani abu za su ba mu wannan sako ku bari mu ji abin da Alhaji Haruna ya koli wanda zai gaya mana.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Da izinin chairman wannan occasion babban sarki mu da kuma suna kai imamai magajiyoyi gode mu kwarai. Kafin da ci gaba da gana mai girma mai martaba His Excellency John Dramani Mahama wai cikin maganar shi mutanen da suka cewa kun shiri to yau mu a shirye muke insha Allah up to 2024 za mu koma da shi Jubilee House insha Allah mun gode kwarai da yi ne ko ina yake ina alheri ya ce yau ba zai wuce kamar organizers ba shi ba ya sa hannun cikin wata kusa abin da zai yi ba don shi ya kashi ma gudunmuwan shi ba ya sa hannun camun His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ya ce wai gudunmuwan shi ke ga zai bar mu kokarin ku yi ba shi gashi na gode kwarai.
Takbir.
Jama'a ban ji kun gode wa zongo ba wasu ba da Allah ta ba musu mana. Kun gode da His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Ina ji har yanzu dai akwai taimako da ke zuwa akwai envelope daga ya fito daga Dr. 𝗂𝗃𝗀𝗃 wai a ba Hausa Youth Ghana da irin taimako da kokari da suka yi ba ciyama wannan. Sannan duk wani wanda ya zo da wani envelope ga tebur can wajen magajiyoyin mu zai kai a rubuta wato sunan shi. Ina jin manyan baki sun zo akwai wanda za mu acknowledge na gaba amma yanzu bangaren wai zongo development fund wasu ma sun zo mana da wani tallafi a samu mabukata ne dole ne mu ba su dama a sandiyar ga director of communications na zongo development fund Ahmed Ayuba zai zo ce mana wani abu da zai.
Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Mai martaba sarki Kabiru mataimakin tsohon shugaban ƙasa John Abdulrahman Muhammad da wakilin wato ministan national security da kuma 𝗬𝗂𝗂𝗀𝗏 na Sokoto da babana Sheikh Yahya Amin muna miƙa gaisuwa ta musamman zuwa ga gare su a madadin mai gidana Dr. 𝗃𝗃𝗀𝗂𝗃𝗀𝗃 ina miƙa dubun godiya zuwa ga sarki Kabiru saboda rawar da yake takawa. Sarki Kabiru Allah ya ƙara kiyaye ka zauna daren kan kujerar nan saboda wannan kujerar nan da kake zaune kai nan sarki Kadir English ya zauna, nan sarki Bawa ya zauna, nan sarki Ali ya zauna. Saboda haka sarki Kabiru zauna daren baka gaji roba ba kuma baka da tsoro, kai ne a gaba sauran gabaki ɗaya su ne a baya. Ga taka nan sarki Kabiru Allah ya ƙara kiyaye ka. To zongo development fund ne al'ummar zango kun sani ba ma harkar siyasa, harkar ma zongo development fund shi ne ci gaban zangonni. A dalilin haka ne muka gina makarantu daidai har 50, muka wada ruwan sha, muka taimaka wa ɗalibanmu wurin samun wata tallafi wurin makarantu da sauransu. Ba ma harkar siyasa. A nan dinnan da muke dinnan akwai wani mutumin da ake ce masa wannan musu ne. Idan ka tafi constituency ne wannan musu ne, ina tabbatar maka da cewa za ka samu aikin zongo development fund. Saboda haka ba tare da bata lokaci ba, zongo development fund muna da miƙa muku godiya, muna ma Hausawa marhaba da lale. Sarki Kabiru muna da canji nama, dalilin da isa ne Zamfarawa ma suna bayanka, Gobarawa ma suna bayanka, Zagi ma suna bayanka, Kanawa ma suna bayanka, Katsinawa ma suna bayanka, kai hatta Fulana ma muna bayanka. To magana ta zo ƙarshe, ga kun zauna mai gidana ya ce in ba da gudunmar 10,000 10,000 Ghana cedis amma zuwa karba a ofis. Salamu alaikum.
Zongo development fund sun ba mu 10,000 Ghana cedis muna godiya matuƙa wurin mu je ofis mu je mu karba na neman pledge ne. Ina jin masarautar gabas sun shigo amma duba da labarin waje makaɗan nan ba kun ko ƙarta wato kashe kiɗin saboda magana da muke muna son aji a daina biku da za a je ainihin masarautar gabas baki da mai martaba sarkin gabas muna maka barka da zuwa nan.
That was a speech by the communications director for Zongo Development Fund, donating 10,000 Ghana cedis to the Hausa Youth Ghana group to support the entire program. So there are more people now to be acknowledged. Also here present is Saraki Safarawa in the those bringing us the dignity and acknowledge them as well. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we're happy if the protocol would get the teams on arrival seated.
Muna yi wa ainihin masarautar gabas na muku barka da zuwa daga wato niso da muna muku barka da zuwa gaba daya masarauta dangat wato aka tattaro aka zo a taya ainihin sarki Kabiru Kadir English muna na wannan rana na Hausawan duniya baki daya. Muna wa masarauta godiya da wannan karamawa da kuka mana Allah ya saka da alkhairi nan. Muna jira in sun zauna sai mu shigar da abin da yake akwai. Ina jin dai akwai wata kungiya da ake cewa haɗin kan Hausawan duniya sun zo su ma sun kawo wato jiki sun zo su mara da wannan biki kaya wato Alhaji Muhammad Said muna muku barka da zuwa. Yanzu za mu zo mu yi kata display amma akwai kungiya ko ta wani kamfani da yake sun taimaka ga wato wannan Hausa Day na wannan shekara wato 𝗵𝗶𝗃𝗀𝗃 sun muna kokari matuka a kun duba suna nan suna da stand din su wajen harka na abinci da sauransu sun muna kokari matuka. Wai kasa display is very heavy yasa da cameraman muna wani abin da ya kamata duba koma bayan otherwise kasa display kuma ya yi very very important. Cameraman, can you move back a little bit? Got the photo display. Sannan akwai babban bakon mu kusan a Gwanda is in the house insha Allah domin mu je da shi World Trade Center amma yana nan ya kamata ka mu watse kowa ya ga Ado Gwanda yes artist ne da ya fito daga Nigeria. Photo display kun shirya so da an ya kare sai mu ci gaba da hanya. Photo display kun yi ne.
kanka gaban kamera. masani.
we shall ensure that we get the right partners to partner them so that the issues that has been tabled will be adequately addressed. I must also state, as the minister and the coordinator, we are proud of our Hausa heritage. So we simultaneously safeguard every aspect of it. So on this occasion, I wish you well, and behind the scenes, we shall do.
Na kukira.
Now, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, where there is so the protocol for here and so and where there is a Sarafina, so now where there is the Zaga, the Boa, the Mayor, His Excellency.
Kan ka sake nasara na hana daje Amerika bari ke sauro. Kan ka sake nasara na yara bana da zamanin mu da kai. Ko ado an da mu kai ba. Yara bana da zamanin mu da kai. Ko ado an da mu kai ba. Yara bana da zamanin mu da kai. Wata rana na ji kishirwa mai waka jomman na je gari iya ni su da guga ni sabo don bakin ciki sai ta tsinke yara tun da guga ta tsinke kari ku tsaya mu wuce gulmi inda muke sha amma kan ku tsaya mu wuce gulmi inda muke sha mai waka jomman bari ka kari zo
Ngoro yanzu akwai surprise element da yawa da muka ce yana nan da tsayi.
sarki Jordan, sarkin Sisawa na Ghana, sannan muna da sarkin Zawarawa na Ghana, sarki Musa yayan dogon sarki maganin gajeren sarki shi yake gaban shi. Baka ji ba.
akwai membobi akwai kuma abin da muka raba flyers a tura mu ana bukatar kowace insha Allah za mu
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala. We are here at 𝗬𝗏𝗹𝗂𝗀𝗋𝗃 and 𝗬𝗏𝗋𝗃 restaurant. We are here to serve you. We are providing bread and we are providing drinks and pastries here as well. So we have our friend waiter at the back
And I promise, as we started till Matthias, so has we completed with Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah once again. Alhamdulillah on behalf of the organizing committee, on behalf of outside youth, on behalf of the chiefs, the imams, the ulama, we say thank you once again for helping us steer this affair down to the conclusion. And then we pray that inshallah, should we call upon you next year, you will have a reason to join us here again. gode kwarai, mun gode Allah maimaita mana, Allah kai.
Mun gode Mr. Chairman. Ina Adogwanja.
So thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, Your Excellencies, diplomatic corps, members of the diplomatic corps, distinguished invited guests from far and near, our chiefs and other guests, we are so impressed by your attendance. And we are close to, I believe, over 1,500 people here present at this occasion.
Bori ya kashe boka kai. Shake a let one is muna live. Shake a let one mana. Kumar bi shi mana na lafu. Wallahi waya kada ka zaki. Zongo, bari in shafa hoda.
September,